Do you know that true attraction has almost nothing to do with wrinkles, grey hair, or the number of candles on your birthday cake, and everything to do with the way you carry yourself? I'm Dr. Lisa Perriera, a gynecologist with more than 30 years of experience caring for women through every stage of life. And let me tell you something. I've seen women in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s walk into a room and instantly draw everyone's attention, not because they looked younger, but because they radiated something deeper. Think about it. Have you ever met someone who just seemed magnetic? Maybe it wasn't her outfit or hairstyle, but a kind of glow, an inner presence that made you want to listen to, lean in, to stay a little longer. That glow doesn't come from a cream or a cosmetic procedure. It comes from qualities that are cultivated through life experience, qualities that actually grow stronger as we age. Today, I want to uncover with you the 8 proven signs that show you are a highly attractive older woman. And no, I'm not talking about what society usually points to: youthful skin, long legs, or the perfect figure. I'm talking about the deeper, lasting traits that make you unforgettable. Traits like confidence, resilience, emotional intelligence, and authenticity. One of my patients, Barbara, who just turned 67, once told me, "Dr. Perriera, I used to believe my most attractive years were behind me. But now people actually tell me I seem more radiant and grounded than ever." And she's right. Attraction doesn't fade with age, it evolves. The truth is, with maturity, beauty transforms into something far more captivating. It becomes the ability to comfort others with your presence, to lead without effort, and to bring calmness in chaotic moments. And here's the exciting part: you may already be living many of these signs without realizing it. Have you noticed that people seem to relax when you walk into a room? Do younger women ask for your advice, even when you didn't offer it? Do others adjust their tone, slow down, or listen more carefully when you speak? These are not coincidences. They are subtle but powerful signals of the inner strength you carry. So stay with me, because we'll walk through each of these 8 signs together. And I promise you, the last one, the 8th sign, is the most overlooked, but also the most powerful. Once you recognize it in yourself, you'll never doubt your own attractiveness again. This isn't just another list. Think of it as a mirror, one that reflects back the real depth of your beauty. As we go through, you may find yourself nodding, smiling, even whispering, "That's me." Or you may discover traits that you're just beginning to grow into. Either way, you'll leave today with a clearer sense of how magnetic you truly are. And before we dive in, let me ask you, when was the last time you actually felt attractive? Was it years ago? Or do you still feel it every time you step out the door? Share your answer in the comments. I would love to hear your story. Now let's begin with the very first sign, and in my opinion, the most powerful one: confidence. The first sign of a truly attractive older woman is confidence. And let's be clear, confidence doesn't mean being the loudest voice in the room or needing constant attention. It's something quieter, deeper. It's the way you hold yourself, the way you enter a room without rushing, the way you speak with calm assurance. I remember one of my patients, Eileen, who came to see me at age 72. She told me, "Lisa, I don't feel beautiful anymore. My hair is thinner, my waistline has changed, and I don't recognize the woman in the mirror." Yet when I watched her interact with the nurses, I noticed something remarkable. She made everyone laugh, she looked people in the eye, and when she spoke, people stopped to listen. That's confidence. It wasn't about looking 20 again, it was about owning her story. According to the Mayo Clinic, self-confidence in older adults is directly linked to better mental health, lower rates of depression, and even improved physical outcomes. When you believe in yourself, your body responds, you stand taller. Your voice steadies, your smile softens. That energy is magnetic. People feel it even before you say a word. The second sign is emotional intelligence. This one, my friends, is rare at any age. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand not only your own emotions, but also the emotions of others. Over the years, life teaches us patience, empathy, and awareness in a way that no textbook ever could. Let me share an example. A woman named Margaret, 65, told me that during her granddaughter's teenage years, there were moments of tension at home. Instead of reacting with frustration, Margaret simply listened, really listened to her granddaughter's worries. She didn't rush to fix them. She didn't minimize them. She just created a safe space. And that simple act transformed their relationship. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that older adults often score higher in emotional regulation and empathy compared to younger groups. That means as we age, we're better equipped to handle conflict, to soothe instead of escalate, to comfort instead of criticize. And let me tell you, that kind of emotional awareness is profoundly attractive. People are drawn to someone who makes them feel safe, seen, and understood. The third sign is independence, and this one shines like a beacon. Independence means you don't rely on constant validation. You don't measure your worth by whether someone else approves of you. You have your own interests, your own passions, and you're not afraid to pursue them. One of my dear friends, Clara, reinvented herself at 68. After her husband passed away, she joined a hiking group, started painting, and even traveled solo to Italy. People admired her courage, but what really made her magnetic was the joy she carried within herself. She wasn't waiting for someone else to make her happy. She chose happiness on her own terms. And here's the truth. Independence doesn't mean isolation. It means you are with people because you choose to be, not because you need to be. That choice gives you power. And power, especially when it's gentle and self-assured, is unforgettable. Let me pause here and ask you, do you recognize these three signs in yourself? Confidence, emotional intelligence, independence. Maybe you've lived them for years, or maybe you're just stepping into them now. Either way, they are proof that your attractiveness is not fading, it's evolving. But we're only getting started. In the next part, I'll share 3 more signs that often surprise women because they're not about appearances at all. They're about how you carry your history, your wisdom, and even your wrinkles. And trust me, these qualities will change the way you see yourself in the mirror. The 4th sign of a highly attractive older woman is graceful aging. Now, I know that word aging can stir up complicated feelings. For decades, society has bombarded us with the message that aging is something to fight, something to fear. But what if I told you that your lines, your silver hair, even the way your body has changed are not flaws, they are your unique signature? I once cared for a patient named Lillian. At 74, she walked into my office with soft silver curls and a smile that filled the room. She told me, Dr. Perriera, I don't look like I did at 30, but I wouldn't trade who I am today for anything. And she meant it. You could feel her elegance, her poise. People weren't drawn to her because she looked young. They were drawn to her because she carried her years with dignity. According to the Cleveland Clinic, women who embrace the natural stages of life report higher self-esteem and lower levels of anxiety. Graceful aging is not about giving up on beauty, it's about redefining it. It's about dressing with care, walking with poise, and holding your head high, even when the world tells you to shrink. When you accept your story, you radiate something more powerful than any wrinkle cream could deliver. The 5th sign is wisdom paired with authenticity. These two go hand in hand. Over the years, life has tested you through love and loss, through triumphs and disappointments. Each of those experiences has carved wisdom into your spirit, and that wisdom becomes magnetic when it's paired with authenticity. Let me explain. In a world where so many people put on masks, pretend to be someone they're not, or chase approval, authenticity stands out like a light in the dark. A woman who has lived fully doesn't feel the need to fake it. She speaks her truth, she honors her values, and she shows up as herself unapologetically. I remember a patient, Joan, who had survived both breast cancer and the loss of her partner. When she spoke to a support group, she didn't sugarcoat her pain, but she also didn't let it define her. She was raw, real, and resilient. And do you know what happened? People leaned in. They trusted her. Because authenticity is refreshing in a world of performance, and wisdom earned through years of living makes her presence unforgettable. The sixth sign is patience and understanding. These qualities might sound quiet, almost invisible, but they carry tremendous power. Think of the last time someone truly listened to you, not rushing, not interrupting, just listening. Didn't it feel like a gift? That's the kind of gift a patient, mature woman gives to those around her. One of my patients, Carmen, age 69, told me her grandchildren always confide in her first, even before their own parents. Why? Because she listens without judgment. She gives them the space to express themselves fully. Her patience creates a refuge, a safe harbor in the storms of life. And this isn't just anecdotal. Studies from the NIH have shown that older adults who practice empathy and patience actually foster stronger, healthier relationships across generations. That ability to create comfort, to calm conflict, to bring peace rather than drama that's not just attractive, it's deeply healing for everyone around you. So let me ask you, which of these resonates most with you? Graceful aging wisdom and authenticity, or patience and understanding? Do you already feel them blossoming in your life? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'd love to know. And stay with me, because in the next part we'll talk about the last two signs, resilience and positive energy. These two are perhaps the most inspiring of all, because they show how your life story, the storms you've survived, and the joy you choose to share become the ultimate source of your lasting beauty. The seventh sign of a truly attractive older woman is resilience. If you've lived 6, 7, or even 8 decades, you've been tested. You've faced storms that could have broken you, illnesses, losses, disappointments, betrayals. And yet here you are, still standing, maybe even stronger. I think of my patient Denise, who came to me in her mid-60s after losing her husband. She confessed she felt broken, invisible, like half of her was missing. But slowly, she began to rebuild. She joined a community choir, started volunteering at a women's shelter, and even took a painting class she'd always dreamed about. Today, at 71, she told me, "Lisa, I never thought I could smile again. But my smile now feels more real than it ever did before." That is resilience, not the absence of pain, but the courage to keep going despite it. And do you know what's magnetic about resilience? People can sense it. It shows up in the way you comfort others because you've been there too. It's in your steady voice when others are panicking. It's in your ability to say, "I've walked through fire, and I'm still here." That kind of strength draws admiration and respect in a way that surface-level beauty never could. The eighth and final sign is positive energy. Now, don't mistake this for forced cheerfulness or pretending everything is perfect. True positive energy is a choice. It's the decision to focus on gratitude, on joy, on what you can control, instead of being consumed by bitterness or regret. I remember walking into an exam room once, tired after a long day. My patient Eleanor was waiting. She was 78, and she had every reason to complain: arthritis, limited mobility, and the daily challenges of aging. Yet the first thing she said was, "Dr. Perriera, you look like you need a smile. Here, let me give you one." And she did. Her warmth shifted the entire atmosphere. By the time she left, Not only was she lighter, but so was everyone she encountered that day. Positive energy is contagious. It changes the room. It makes people feel lighter, calmer, happier, just by being near you. And here's what's beautiful. It doesn't come from trying to be young again. It comes from accepting yourself, fully embracing your years, and choosing joy. Let me give you an analogy. Imagine two candles in a dark room. One flickers weakly, almost going out. The other burns steady, warm, casting light around it. People naturally gather near the brighter flame, not because it's bigger or newer, but because it gives warmth and comfort. That's what your positive energy does. It makes people want to be near you. So let me ask you this. Have you noticed how people feel after being around you? Do they leave more relaxed, more hopeful, more at peace? If so, that's one of the strongest signs of attraction you carry. You may not even realize the impact you have, but others do. Now we've uncovered all 8 signs: confidence, emotional intelligence, independence, graceful aging, wisdom and authenticity, patience and understanding, resilience and positive energy. In the final part, I'll recap these qualities and show you why they prove that age isn't the end of attraction. It's the very reason you become more magnetic. We've now uncovered the 8 proven signs of a highly attractive older woman. Let's take a moment to reflect on them together. First, confidence, the quiet assurance that you are enough exactly as you are. Second, emotional intelligence, the gift of truly understanding others. Third, independence, the freedom that comes from knowing you can stand on your own. Fourth, graceful aging, the elegance of carrying your years with pride. Fifth, wisdom and authenticity, the honesty that makes your presence refreshing. Sixth, patience and understanding, the refuge you offer in a noisy world. Seventh, resilience, the strength born from every storm you've survived. And finally, positive energy, the radiant warmth that draws people to you. These signs are not tied to youth makeup or dress size. They are the treasures of maturity. They are the evidence that true beauty does not fade, it deepens. Every wrinkle is a story. Every grey hair is a badge of survival. Every challenge you've overcome has carved a deeper strength into your spirit. I want you to hear this clearly. Attraction is not slipping away from you. It's growing stronger with every passing year. You are not less beautiful at 60, 70, or 80. You are more magnetic, more unforgettable, because your presence carries depth that only time can give. One of my patients once told me, Dr. Perriera, when I was young, people noticed my looks. But now, they notice my presence. And honestly, I wouldn't trade that for anything. That's the shift we're talking about. Youth may turn heads, but maturity makes people stay. So here's my question for you. Which of these 8 signs do you recognize in yourself right now? Confidence, resilience, positive energy. Share it in the comments below. I want to celebrate with you. And if you feel you're still growing into some of them, that's wonderful too. Growth doesn't stop at 40 or 50. It continues for a lifetime. If this video resonated with you, give it a like, share it with a friend who needs this reminder, and subscribe to join our elder care wellness community. Together, we're rewriting the story of aging not as decline, but as transformation into something more powerful. And before we close, let me remind you, this video is for educational purposes only. It does not replace medical advice. Every woman's body is unique. If you are experiencing pain, significant changes, or have personal concerns, please consult with your healthcare provider. Your well-being deserves personalized care. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, you are not just aging, you are evolving into a deeper kind of beauty. And the world is lucky to witness it.